Okay, I'm watching Attorney General Barr at the judiciary hearings, and I'm going to tell you something, folks. Democrats are going to have to get on the ball, and that I don't mean on the ball just going in front of cameras and talking. I mean also having prepared videos that actually put our perspective into mind. In other words, people dying by COVID death because of the incompetence of the president, that needs to be visualized. The attacks by the president goons on innocent American citizens, that has to be dramatized. The attacks on all these different, the attacks on the Senate for starving people. We need to show those lines of people starving throughout the country. In San Antonio and Houston, we have lines of people showing the dread that they're going through right now, the starvation that's occurring in America because of the president's policies. Like I've said too many times, they're not going to televise the pain of that the Americans are going through because that's just how it is. I want to show you what the Republicans have done, however, in this hearing. They have used this platform to tell their stories, and we have used words to tell our stories. Folks, it's important that we kind of get some of that Lincoln Project gravitas to get our thing out there, to get our message out there.
I want to thank you for defending law enforcement, for pointing out what a crazy idea this defund the police policy, whatever you want to call it, is, and standing up for the rule of law. And frankly, we have a video we want to show that gets right to this point. Can we play that video, please?
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest. It is not, generally speaking, unruly.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protesters.
Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protesters.
On behalf of myself, my children, and the family of David Dorn, we'd like to thank friends, neighbors, co-workers, and the community for showing all the love and support we've suffered through the tragic loss of my husband, my beloved husband, David Dorn. We'd also like to thank St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department for their hard work and perseverance through this investigation, as well as Circuit Attorney's Office. He dedicated his life to the city of St. Louis, retired after 38 years of distinguishable service. Then as a chief of Moline Acres for almost 6 years. During those years, he's touched so many lives as a friend, mentor, co-worker, and guardian. His life was senselessly taken from me, from us, by an opportunist who had no regards for human life or the law. This didn't have to happen, but it must have been God's plan for David. We need to come together as a community and do better. We need to teach our young people that life is very precious. We as a family are going to be taking some time to focus our attention on healing, which is very important as we move forward. We would like David's legacy to be remembered as a loving husband, father, grandfather, brother, uncle, friend, colleague, and most importantly, a child of God. I'm going to thank you all for coming, and God bless you all.
That's a bomb! Oh, shit!
I hope that Mr. Jordan will never complain about the length of my opening statement.
To be clear, the protest in Portland is occurring on 1 square block. You would think, based on what they're saying, is that Portland is exploding. And that is what Democrats need to expose as well. They need to do a video that says, this is the protest, and one that says, welcome to Portland. And you see the entire beautiful city of Portland, and at night you have one area of protests that's occurring because of the goons that Donald Trump sent in under the auspices of Attorney General Barr. We have to learn how to play this game, to define the narrative and not let the narrative be defined, not let defund the police, which is a correct thing when interpreted appropriately. We need to define the narrative and not let them use a failure or turn a failure, a failed president, into a success by an imaginative narrative, by an imaginative video. We can't allow that. We cannot assume that everybody is politically active. They're tired. They see this. They believe it. We need to be telling the truth in a manner that people can absorb as well. I'm Egberto Willies, host of Politics Done Right, an independent news program. I post several news videos of interest every day. I ask you so kindly to subscribe to my channel, and please leave me some comments. Thank you very much.